Hey guys, ForTheAfro Reviews here, and today I'm going to be reviewing Chapter 104 of Attack on Titan, and I was really not expecting this chapter to come out today. Hit me by surprise, so it was a good surprise to wake up to. I'll put it that way. To start things off, we see Armin in his colossal Titan form, just kind of trampling over ships and through a bunch of stuff. And is it just me, or does Armin look a lot bigger than Berthold? Or maybe not a lot, but he looks bigger for some reason. I don't know. Maybe I just haven't seen the Colossal Titan in perspective in a while, but he looks bigger to me than Berthold did. Armin emerges from the nape of the Colossal Titan, and he kind of just looks at the scene that he's been causing, and he says, "This must be the scene that you saw, Berthold." And it's like a little shout out, because Berthold had to like murder a bunch of people that he didn't want to and stuff, and Armin's now relating to him and kind of sympathizing a little bit. We then see some kind of aerial vehicle enter the frame, and we later figure out that that's a blimp that Armin is on with Hanji. Meanwhile, back at the scene of the end of the last chapter, we have Jean, who's coming in with a Thunder Spear to kill the Cart Titan. But Falco is coming to protect Peak because, they're friends and whatnot. And Jean, it seems like he doesn't know if it was the steam, from like his own stuff that was causing him to miss, or if it was actually him hesitating and causing him to miss and not kill the Cart Titan. Because the Cart Titan ends up alive at the end of this chapter. She's gravely injured, and we actually learn a little bit of cool information about how she heals. I'll get into that a little bit later. But yeah, Jean did not finish the job, and he had every opportunity. He just had to strike right through Falco. Jean's just too human on the inside, He can't get rid of that part of him. He can't just murder someone innocent right in front of him just to accomplish his goal. So everyone's trying to get Peck out of there, the Cart Titan, and they're firing back at some of the scouts, and Jean's telling them, hey, fall back, stay, keep your distance. They're still pursuing them, but they're keeping their distance because they all have, the Marlians have a bunch of, firearms and whatnot. Now we see Porco isn't taking the fall of his comrades very well. He's remembering the times he's had with them, just kind of, eating, chilling out and whatnot. And, it looks like Zeke's dead. He can't be dead. He can't be. I mean, Levi did decimate him, but, there has to be some kind of secret alliance, or he got away some sneaky how, because that was just so anticlimactic if that was just his death. It was just really quick. It was epic, don't get me wrong, but it was just so quick. There's no way. Zeke's too important of a character. And then Peak, is doing terrible, and he thinks that she just might be straight up dead. He can't see that she's alive and being carted away right now. Now, Porco, in a fit of rage, he just jumps straight for Eren. He dodges Mikasa's blades, and Mikasa can't keep up because the Jaw Titan has a lot of mobility. And then he goes straight for Eren. Eren, of course, retaliates with a giant hardened fist straight to the side of his face. But Porco, being the Jaw Titan, blocks it with his jaw. He bites Eren's fist, and he even crunches through the hardening, which becomes relevant later. And it seems that Porco's Jaw Titan also has the hardening ability. We already knew the jaw was the same hardening substance that the rest of the Titans had, or even harder, possibly. But we see that his claws also become hardening, and he slashes Eren across the face, does some crazy acrobatics, and goes to slash him again. But the second time, Eren's ready for it. He takes the Warhammer Titan, the crystal that she's encased in, and blocks with it because, he knows that's a really hard surface. He couldn't bite through it. And there's giant claw marks on it. And this is when Eren kind of starts putting things together. He's like, wait a second. He just cut through this. Not completely, but he made a dent. And I couldn't do that with, just my jaw. Maybe I can use this to my advantage. Mikasa comes in for the save, kind of tries to slash the nape of the neck, but the Jaw Titan leaps away, of course, off Eren. So she, succeeded in distancing them. And then she states that that Jaw Titan is much different than Ymir's Jaw Titan. If we remember Porco Galliard and his brother, I don't remember his name, Marcel Galliard, their family line or whatever, something about them makes the Jaw Titan have a better jaw, if I remember correctly. We cut to a scene with Falco and Gabby, and they're kind of discussing that the Cart Titan, Peck, doesn't have as good of regeneration abilities as someone like Reiner, the Armor Titan, which is the Titan they know more about. Gabby's kind of reminding Falco of that, and that's why Peck isn't jumping right back. They're worried for her life because it's a pretty serious injury, but I think she's going to be okay. It's just going to take her a while to get back in action. I don't think she'll be able to do anything before this whole scuffle is over. This is when Gabby starts questioning about where the hell is Reiner. Reiner would be a really big help right now. Where is Reiner? He's asking Falco this, and Falco's saying, Reiner's probably not going to be a lot of help right now. We shouldn't bother him. And Gabby's like, what the hell do you mean, don't bother him? This is when they start hearing something, and this is the flying vehicle that I was talking about earlier. It's a giant blimp, and we see that's why they were setting up lights earlier. Everyone thought it might be mark where Armin should drop and attack, but apparently it's just a path for the blimp to follow. So it was flying related. At least we all got that right. Inside the blimp, we see Hanji again. I mentioned her a little bit earlier, but I'm really excited to see her. She has like an eye patch now, and she's decked out in the new scout gear and everything. I like her. She looks pretty much the same, but I like seeing her in the new outfit. Armin's with her, and so is God, I don't remember this guy's name, but he's like the one black guy that I've seen in this entire series. He like killed Udo, which was like a cadet that was with Gabby and Falco and all of them. Like he killed one of them, like pushed him over and like he got trampled to death. And I'm pretty sure he did that on purpose now because he's flying the blimp for the scouts. I think he like is purposely causing some trouble. But he was in the crowd when war was declared and Eren was like killing a bunch of people. So I'm not exactly sure how that worked out. Maybe he was prepared for it and was like ready to sacrifice his life if a boulder just happened to land on him because that could have easily happened. Hanji and Armin are talking about their general plan, which is just to like go through a big loop once and then leave. And if no one can get on, then they're screwed. Like if they can't get on, they're gonna die because they only have one chance at this. Like they can't go around another time; they'll get shot down. And Hanji's commenting on how because this was Armin's plan, it's very Erwin-like of him. And Armin's like, I wish it wasn't, but this is the only thing we can really do. The air blimp has to fly pretty low so that the scouts can get inside of it and whatnot. So Porco, with his Jaw Titan, wants to take down the blimp. So he's going straight for the blimp to destroy it, which is a smart move. But Mikasa, she predicts this, and she's like kind of hiding under where Porco's going to jump over, and she just jumps up and cuts the crap out of his legs off immediately, which really renders most of his mobility advantages just useless. It's at this moment that the most epic thing in the entire chapter happens by far. Eren, my boy, he picks up the Jaw Titan and uses his jaw around the crystal with the Warhammer Titan and crushes it like a nutcracker and then drinks the Warhammer Titan to eat it. What? That is so insanely cool. Eren is a badass. He's a certified badass. He's not quite at Levi level, but he's pretty dang close with that. He now possesses 3 Titan powers. He possesses the Attack Titan, the Founding Titan, and the Warhammer Titan. So he's the strongest character in the verse right now, I'd say. Unless you count Levi, because in human form, Levi would curb stomp Eren. While Eren is, using Porco like a nutcracker, Porco is realizing what's happening and just saying no. Again, he can't do anything about it, so he's just helping kill his comrade with no say in the matter, and he knows how bad this is because the Warhammer Titan is this super big powerhouse, and he's just he's the reason that it's being eaten right now. It's because he went in there, got his legs cut off, and is being used as a nutcracker. After Eren eats the Warhammer Titan, he's not even done. He immediately goes to eat the Jaw Titan. He crushes Porco down. He's like, I'm gonna eat you now. But that doesn't quite work out. Gabby and Falco start screaming and hollering for Reiner, and Reiner is basically saying God, can't you just let me die? But he ends up getting back up. He couldn't hear them at first. I think he's kind of in kind of subconscious state on the outset, at the beginning. But he regains his consciousness, gets up, and he doesn't have a lot of will to fight or anything. He really isn't doing super well, but Eren, at the end of the chapter, says he's still someone that they can't kill, or that he can't kill them, or something along those lines. So even though he doesn't really have the will to fight, I think Eren still recognizes his power in the threat, and he realizes that they need to get the hell out of there. So he actually leaves Porco. Porco does not get eaten, and I can hardly wait to see how he feels afterwards, how he interacts with everyone after he was the reason that the Warhammer Titan got eaten, his recklessness is. I'm also kind of curious if Reiner's Titan is forever going to change his appearance, because it kind of had an unarmored face look, and I'm not sure if that was symbolic of something, or just showing how defeated he looks. He looked just completely defeated when he was talking with Eren earlier, and he said just kill me, I want to die. And now that his Titan reflects that, instead of usually it has this really kind of angry face, and it has armor all over and stuff, but that wasn't present in this chapter. It's at this point that the scouts begin their retreat. Like I said, Eren and Mikasa are out. They just left Porco. I think he could have ate him real quick, but whatever. I guess they're that low on time. All the scouts are going for the blimp, and Gabby is actually going out to kill Eren. She grabbed a gun, and she's going out to kill him. She is consumed by rage, and she does not really realize her powerlessness. These last few chapters have been phenomenal. The whole war setup and everything since then, the action since then has been really, really spot on, and it's weird seeing the scouts in such a winning position for once. Eren's on point, Mikasa's on point, Levi's on point. No one's dying so far except for the enemies. It's kind of weird. They are literally like the situation is flipped from the beginning of the series because they were taking heavy casualties and they like had no chance really. And in this, like, it seems like the other side doesn't have a lot of a chance, even though they have Titans and stuff. Like we've adapted and they now the scouts know how to handle them and even the shifters. Anyway, guys, that's pretty much it for me. Like, comment, subscribe if you enjoyed the video, and if you're still around, I very much appreciate it. Share with your friends and whatnot. I'm trying to get my subscribers up here, get at least to 100. It would just feel a little better. Anyway, guys, yeah, until next time, I'll see ya.